Okay, first of all, let me discuss about this course manual, so then you can understand the content of this subject and some of the details. Okay, the title is IT for Management. Subject code is MIT 21023. It's in your degree program, and it's major. I mean, the major and minor element of this subject is management and information technology. And it's in your second year, semester 1. And the subject in charge is myself. I'm Dr. Ilmuddin, attached to the Department of MIT, senior lecturer. And the overall aim of this course, the overall objective of this subject module. So you might be aware about IT today. The IT is very much essential for organization as well as the individuals. So basically, this subject is focused about the usage of information IT applications, basically IT applications, and some of the managerial perspective, and how IT application can be effectively applied or implemented in the organization for decision making. So we will discuss about this content in detail. So information technology for management is an important course module that should be learned by the students to understand the IT and management related concept, various IT applications in the organization, use of IT managerial purposes, usage of different IT system in the business context, etc. The main objective of learning this subject is to understand how IT systems can support and add value to the business organization. The course module include sections such as IT and IT-related concept, the role of IT for management and business organization, how IT support various applications in the organizational context, how IT support managerial decision making, managing information resources and IT application in the organization, application of the different enterprise level systems, managing the knowledge-based systems, IT infrastructure component and emerging technologies, IT strategic planning, and IT controlling and auditing. So these are the coverage. So these are the content of this module. So we will discuss further the ILOs, the learning intended learning outcomes of this course module. On completion of this course subject, the students will be able to understand meaning and importance of IT in an organization. So after completing this module, or after completing each and every chapter, the students would be able to understand the meaning and the importance of IT in an organization, understand various functional areas and types of information system for these areas. So they can understand, students can understand what are the different functional areas of an organizations or business unit in an organizations, and what type of information systems are serving, or what type of information systems are supporting for each functional area in an organizations. They can understand the major types of managing knowledge management systems. So the students can understand what are the different type of knowledge management system, how these knowledge management systems are supporting for the organization. Understand enterprise level systems and enterprise resource planning. So by learning this subject, the students can understand what is enterprise level systems, what are the different type of enterprise systems, and what are the enterprise resource, how enterprise resource systems, enterprise resource planning systems are supporting for an organizations. Understand different type of IT infrastructure component. So the students can understand what is IT infrastructure component, what comes under IT infrastructure, and its related aspect and elements they can understand under IT infrastructure. Students can be understand IT outsourcing and strategic planning. So what is IT outsourcing? What is strategic IT planning, and how they are supportive for an organizations. Finally, the students can understand the importance of business IT alignment, IT audit, IT governance in an organization. So how business objectives and IT objectives are aligned together, and they become business IT alignment and IT auditing and IT governance in an organizations. So these are the intended learning outcome from this subject. Okay, do you want to clarify anything before I start the course content? Do you want to clarify anything? Do you have any concern? Anything to be cleared? Do you have anything to ask? Am I audible? Am I fast?
No, sir.
It's
Any
okay,
doubt?
sir.
Anything to clarify? Hello? Hello?
No, sir.
Okay, great. So let's move into this course content. This subject, this module is divided into various chapters. So I'm going to divide the entire course module into 8 chapters. 8 chapters. Under each chapter, we are going to focus on various topics, session topics. So basically, I have divided, I think I have already, I have forgot to tell this credit hours. So this subject is going to be taught for 45 lecture hours, 45 lecture hours. So I'm going to divide this, I'm going to cover up this 45 lecture hours into various session topics. So I'm going to cover various sessions. So here under this course content, you can look at session topic, number of hours, and lecture session and a classroom discussion for theory and concept hours. The next last column is a case study or video demonstration or session hours. So it means if this particular session has any kind of a video demonstration or case discussion, I'm going to take the allocated time for that purpose. Okay, so we are going to discuss various topics. The first topic is defining information system, information technology, and their role in the organization. So I'm going to cover up for this session for 3 hours and lecture hours. There is no any other case discussion or video demonstration. And the next one is the importance of IT for importance of IT for management in an organization. So how IT is important for management in an organization. So I'm going to take it for 2 hours. Functional areas. What are the different functional areas in an organization? Managerial level. What are the different managerial levels in an organization? Type of information system in an organization. So in this topic, we are going to cover various kind of functional areas and various kind of managerial levels and a different type of information system in an organizations and how they are relating, how they are serving for these functional areas. 3 hours. How IT support for changing business environment. For an business organizations, how IT can support for their survival, for their to achieve their competitive advantage, how IT can support for a business organization in a changing business environment. Okay, in the previous topic, the functional areas, managerial levels, and type of information system in an organization. So I'm going to demonstrate 15 minutes video. Okay. The next one is that 4 type of information system in the digital firm. So under this, we will discuss about 4 major types of enterprise level system. And these 4 major type of enterprise systems are supporting in the digital firm. So I will cover up this session for 3 hours. Next, we will discuss about digital organization and competitive advantage. So what is a digital organization? So what are the advantages or elements in these digital organizations and a competitive advantage. So to achieve this competitive advantage, what are the steps or what are the measures the firms or business organization has to take to surmount or to sustain in this competitive environment. The next topic is the impact of IT in the organization. The impact of IT in the organization. So there also I'm going to run 10 minutes a video. The managing information resources and IT application in the organization. So what are information resources? How we can effectively manage these information resources and IT application in the organizations. For that is for 3 hours. Managing the knowledge and knowledge management system. There we will discuss what is knowledge management, what is a knowledge management system, and what are the different type of knowledge management system, how they are supporting or serving for an organization. So everything we will discuss for 3 hours. Next, we will discuss about major types of knowledge management system. Major types of knowledge management system. For that, we will spend 3 hours. Next, we will discuss about enterprise level systems and enterprise resource planning. So we will discuss what is enterprise systems, what are the different types of enterprise level systems, what is ERP, enterprise resource planning, the components of enterprise resource planning, advantages of using this enterprise resource planning, and various aspects we will discuss under this topic. Next, we will discuss about supply chain management system and customer relationship management system. So what is SCM and what are its components, how SCMs are supporting for the business organizations. And we will discuss about CRM, customer relationship management system, CRM, and how CRM is supporting for an organizations. What are the new trend or what are the new development in supply chain management as well as customer relationship management system. We will discuss under this session. Next, we will discuss about emerging technologies and its impact in the organization. So what are emerging technologies? How these emerging technologies are driving, or how these emerging technologies are changing or altering the business firm, and what are the measures or what are the precautions that firms has to take to surmount these emerging technologies. So all these aspects we will discuss under this session. IT infrastructure and 7 components. It's 7 components. So we will discuss what is IT infrastructure, what are the IT infrastructure components, what elements comes under each IT infrastructure component. So next we will discuss about IT outsourcing and strategic IT planning. So there we will discuss what is IT outsourcing, what are the importance of IT outsourcing, when firms are outsourcing, reasons for outsourcing, and what is strategic IT planning. So the advantages of strategic IT planning, everything we will discuss in detail under this topic. The last one is the importance of business IT alignment, IT audit, and IT governance. There we will discuss what are IT goals, what are business goals, how IT goals and business goals are aligning. So what is business IT alignment? What is IT auditing? So the benefits of IT auditing, the reasons for IT auditing, and IT governance. What is IT governance? The impact or the importance of IT governance, and all these aspects we will discuss under this topic. Altogether, we are going to spend 45 hours for the entire session. And the importance of business IT alignment and IT audit and IT governance, we will discuss one case study there. And supply chain management system and customer relationship management system, there we will discuss, we will demonstrate a 10 minutes video. And the enterprise level systems and enterprise resource planning, there we will I will run 15 minutes video. And managing the knowledge management and the knowledge management system, there we will discuss one case study. Okay, so altogether we are going to discuss 2 case studies, and in this module we will have a case study discussion also. Okay, what the idea? Anything do you want to clarify? Anything?
No, sir.
Do you want to clarify? Am I fast?
No, sir.
Okay. Shall I continue?
Okay, sir.
Okay, great. Course teaching and session delivery mode. Yeah, tell me. Hello? Anything? Hello? Anything? Shall I continue?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Course teaching and session delivery mode. This course will be offered by the following mode, such as lecture sessions, classroom discussion, case study discussion, video demonstration, lab video demonstrations. Okay. So here you see, I think you will be in online. I mean, we have already informed your session will be in online for 5 weeks. After that, you will be in physical. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So for 5 weeks, I'm going to conduct this subject in online. After that, you will be in the university. So we will meet physically. So lecture room sessions, classroom discussions, and case study discussion, and video demonstration, so on. So outcome assessment strategies. So after completing this strategy and while you are learning this module, we have different type of assessment method. The assessment for this course include individual assignment, group case study analysis, presentation, and midterm test and final examinations. Okay, students shall submit individual assignment in various topic. So I will give the individual assignment topic and you have to submit it. And students will sit for midterm exam for the concept, usage, and the application of information technology for management. And the students will analyze and discuss case study to present as a group. So you will be given a case study and you have to discuss and you have to analyze and you have to present it. So this is the tentative assessment plan, and it's a time schedule, and allocated marks. So normally for this subject, 80% of the marks is allocated for your written exam, final written exam, and a 20% of the marks is allocated for your continuous assessment. This continuous assessment consists of different type of assessment. So as I mentioned earlier, I mean the final written exam, it will consume 80% of the marks, total marks out of 100. 80% of the mark is allocated for your final written exam. So probably the final written exam, you will once you complete the entire session, you will take it. Individual assessment. So the week 3, I will give the individual assessment topic, and you will be asked to submit this individual assignment, and I'm going to allocate 5% of the marks out of 20. So out of 20, 5% of the marks is allocated for your first individual assignment. The second individual assignment in your 6th week you will get, and for that also I'm going to allocate 5% of the marks out of 20. So out of 20 marks, another 5% is allocated for your second assessment, individual assessment. So the midterm test in the week 10th week mean after 2 months. After 2.5 months, you will be asked to sit for a midterm test. So that midterm test also, I'm going to allocate 5% of the marks from the 20 marks in the continuous assessment. Finally, the case study presentations. So you will be given a case study, and basically this case study is from the management, information system applications, information system implementations, the managerial issues will be there. And before that, in your lecture session, at least 2 cases will be discussed. So then you will get some sort of idea how to analyze, how to solve this case, and how to do the case study. And from that experience, you can submit this case study. Sometime you will be asked to present the case study as a presentation. So you will be asked to submit as a case study report. So probably you will get this case study in your 13th week, and I'm going to allocate 5% of the marks for this case study presentation also. So altogether 100 marks is allocated for this subject. Do you want to clarify? Do you want to clarify anything?
No, sir.
Anything do you want to clarify? Hello?
No, sir.
Anything you want to clarify? Hello?
No, sir.
Okay, great. So these are the sum of the listed recommended reading and references for this subject. So information technology for management, transforming organizations in the digital economy, 7th editions. The author is Ephraim Turban. You can find this book as a recommended reading. The second one is Information Technology for Management, Digital Strategies for Insight, Action, and Sustainable Performance. It's published in 2015. The author is Turban. And the third one is Information Technology for Management, Henry Lucas. And the last one is Information Technology for Management, Driving Digital Transformation to Increase Local and Global Performance, Growth and Sustainability. It is the latest publications published by Turban. Sorry, published. The author is Turban, published by Willie. The publisher is Willie. It's in 2021 publication. So these are some of the recommended reading, and that's all. That's all from this course manual, course subject, course guide, or course manual. And let me leave from this slide. Sorry, let me leave from this document. Before that, do you want to ask anything? Any clarification? Anything? Any doubt or anything do you want to discuss? Hello?
No, sir.
Do you want to ask anything about this course manual, course guide?
Sir, can you share this via in the VLE
This one?
for the clarification? Yes, sir.
I mean, your clarification of this document.
This document, sir, in the VLE.
Okay, actually, what I'm going to do normally, if you are come to the physical environment, physical lecture room, I will take a printout and I can distribute.
Okay,
That's
sir.
it.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Okay. It's okay. Okay.
Oh, okay. So someone is asked where is the book available which is recommended for the reference. So good. So some of the books are recommended books are available at our library, and I'm going to show the e-books also. The e-book also you can download it or else you can get it from me. So now I'm going to share the e-book of this recommended reading. Okay, can you able to see my screen now?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Can you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Visible.
What is this? Okay, this is one of the recommended reading, Information Technology for Management, Advancing Sustainable Profitable Business Growth, Ephraim Turban. So basically, this book is organized into 4 major parts. Part 1 is maximizing the value of data and information technology. Part 2, there we can find 5 chapters. A look towards the future information technology, information management and IT architecture, database, data warehouse and data mining, networks, collaboration, sustainability, cyber security, compliance, and business continuity. So here, very much important is related with our course session of chapters. The first one, they look towards the future of information technology is related. Information management, IT architecture is related, and you don't need to focus on other. The chapter 3, 4, and 5. Those are not connected with our module, with our subject content. You don't need to read chapter 3, chapter 4, and chapter 5. That is something else. Part 2, basically digital, mobile, and social commerce. Okay, digital, mobile, and social commerce. There we will focus some of the e-business and e-commerce models and strategies. So it is needed for us. And chapters 7 and 8 is not needed. Chapter 7 is focusing mobile technologies and commerce. And Web 2.0 and the social media, we don't want to discuss. These are not highly related with our module. Part 3, enterprise systems and analytics. It covers 3 chapters, functional areas and compliance systems. So functional area is important for us. Enterprise system and applications very much related with our subject. So you must read this enterprise systems and applications. Chapter 11 is not related exact. Performance management using data visualization, mashup, and mobile intelligence. You don't need to read for this course. Part 4, IT planning, strategy, and ethics is related with our subject content. IT strategy, sourcing, outsourcing, and vendor relationship. We have a chapter. So we have to read this chapter 12. Business process and project management, not that much related, but anyhow, we can have a look. IT ethics and responsible conduct. So that is also not very much connected, but anyhow, you can treat. Okay, this is one recommended reading for you. And you can get the copy of this book from me, and you can start to read some of the terms, concept, some of the ideas from this book. Okay, what the idea? Hello?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Okay, someone asked, can we have the link to download this book, sir? Definitely. I'll do share this book also. You can get it, a copy of the book from me. Okay. With that note, let me move into our first session. Lecture session. Before that, do you want to ask anything? Any clarifications? Anything? Okay. Shall we start? Shall we start?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, great. So this is chapter number 1, that is IT in the organizations. IT in the organizations. Information technology in the organizations. So in this chapter number 1, we are going to discuss about, before we study about this IT in the organization, information technology in the organizations, how information technology is supporting for organizations, what are the roles of IT which play in the organization. So the importance of IT in the organizations, how IT is enabling the objectives, business objectives in the organizations. First, we must understand what is information technology. First, we have to understand uh, the definition for information technology and information system. So we will begin with this data transform into informations. Data transform into informations. The relationship between data and information. First, we will discuss. After that, components of a system. Components of a system. And after that, we will define in information system, information technology, and their role in the organizations. And we will discuss about role of IT in the organizations. Role of IT in the organization. Before I define or before I explain the definition of information technology, can anyone tell about this IT? Can anyone define this IT? What is IT? What do you mean by this information technology? What is information technology? I hope that since you are in a second year, in your first year, you have learned, you have studied various IT-related subjects, and you better understand, better know about this information technology, and you have learned a different subject, and I hope that you have a understanding about this IT. Okay, tell me what is IT? Any idea?
IT is a use of any software and hardware,
Okay, great.
some other devices,
Okay,
networking,
great.
social devices also.
Great.
So information technology is a process of data to transfer information.
Information technology is the what?
Transfer data into information.
Information technology is the transfer of data and informations. IT.
Yes.
Okay. Any other idea?
Use computers, retrieve, process, store, and exchange the data and information.
Okay, great, great. Any other idea? Any other? Any other idea? Any other idea? Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, audible, sir.
Any other idea? Okay, as you said is correct. As you all said is correct. Before we define this information technology and information system, let me begin with this data and informations. Okay. So what is the data? Any idea?
Collection of information data.
Collection of information is the data.
Collection of raw facts.
No, no. Collection of information is not data. Any other idea?
It means unprocessed information.
Sorry?
Unprocessed information.
Unprocessed informations. Part is correct, part is wrong. Unprocessed, okay.
Sorry, sir,
Information is wrong.
Yes, sir.
Unprocessed?
Data, not information.
Unprocessed data, okay. Unprocessed data, okay. Any other idea?
Facts and statistics
Fact
collected
and
from
statistics, okay, correct. Fact and statistic, okay. Any other idea? Some people are typing in the chat box the answer. Don't type the answer in the chat box. Better you can talk to me in the classroom session. You can talk. You can tell your answer. Don't type it here. What is data?
Sir, facts and statistic collected for the analysis, collected to some analysis or references.
Fact and statistic that are collected to analyze. Okay, great. Hello. Any other idea? Okay, great. So data, basically the data is unprocessed raw data. So the first instance, freshly available data. It can include numbers, figures, letters, or statistics, or any kind of digital object. So these all are called as a data, unprocessed raw fact. Information is the processed data. Information is processed or systematically organized data is called informations. So basically, in the data into information conversion transformation process, the unprocessed data is processed or systematically organized and converted as a information, meaningful informations. You got the point?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir, we got.
Okay. So basically the data refers unprocessed, meaningless, raw fact. Unprocessed, meaningless, raw fact when it's systematically organized or when it processed, we are getting information which is meaningful and which has some meaning. So in this slide, you can find that the data transform into informations. The data is normally the raw fact, unprocessed data or raw fact, and process. To process this data, to convert or to organize this data, there are guidelines and procedures used to select, organize, and manipulate data to make it suitable for a specific task. So there are guidelines, there are manipulation, there are procedures to select, organize, and make it as a meaningful informations. This is called process. Data is processed, and after that, information is generated. A collection of facts organized in such a way that they have additional value beyond the value of fact themselves. I mean, if the data is processed and if the data is systematically organized, it has some sort of meaning, it has some sort of value. So it is called informations. A collection of facts organized in such a way that they have additional value beyond the value of fact themselves. I mean, from the raw data to the processed data, it has some value. It has some meaning. What the idea? Hello? So data is the raw fact, and with the guidelines, set of guidelines, procedures, the data is selected, organized, and manipulated to make it as a suitable informations. After that, the information is generated. Basically, the information is a collection of facts that are organized in such a way that they have additional value from its origin. From its origin mean it is a data. The raw data is organized to get some sort of meaningful informations. This is called information. Good idea.
Yes, sir.
Good idea.
Yes, sir.
Good idea. Hello.
Yes, I got it.
Okay. Next, we will discuss about system. So information system. Information system. So now we know informations. We know informations. What is information? Information is the processed meaningful data is called information. Systematically organized, processed data is called informations. Now we will discuss about system. So when we combine the information with system, we have a term information system. Okay, what is system? Clear me like that. Okay. What is system? System basically refers related component that work together to achieve a goal by accepting input, processing, and producing output in an organized manner. So system mean it include components such as input, process, and the output. Input, process, and the output. So system is a components, related component. System consists of related component that work together to achieve a goal by accepting input, processing it, and producing output in an organized manner. So the order is input, processed, and output. Input, processing, and output. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So for example, a sound system. And some other examples like the machineries, like we are putting some materials as an input, and inside the machinery, there are some processing tasks and output. We are getting the output. We are getting output, the finished good. So likewise, system is the components, related component. System is the related component that work together to achieve a goal by accepting input, processing it, and producing output in an organized manner. So now look at these components of a system. As I mentioned earlier, there are related components in this system. The first component is inputs. The second component is processing. The third component is output. Okay, inputs, gathering and capturing raw data. Basically, the information processing, the input gather and capture raw data like figures, fact, statistics, numbers, characters, symbols, sounds. So these all are kind of raw data, gathering and capturing raw data in the input component. In the processing, converting or transforming data into useful output. So there they can include some sort of a sorting, some ascending orders, descending orders, sorting, manipulation, calculations, or some mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplications, divisions. So any kind of processing. So converting or transforming data into useful output. In the output components, producing useful information, usually in the form of documents. Like, so information is useful in producing useful informations, like the organized, meaningful informations, usually in the form of document, like the information is printed in the document. It is systematically organized. It has the meaning. It has the value. The users can read and understand. They can get some sort of knowledge. By reading the document, their knowledge is increased. It has some value. So producing useful information, usually in the form of document. So here you see the information processing. Here you see in between this processing part, there is a feedback also, output that is used to make changes to input or processing activities. In this second processing part, output that is used to make changes to input or processing activities, feedback. In the feedback, so we are giving some sort of output that is used to make changes to the input or processing activities, like some feedback. What are the feedback we may say? Increase, decrease, or any changes, any modification, any alteration. So those kind of output, sorry, those kind of feedback. So then we can get the desired output. So if you want the report in the way of organized manner, ascending order or descending order. So if you want to extract some particular CTS informations or a particular product information, there are feedback. There are some instructions or feedback. So if we can incorporate this feedback into this processing, so we can get the desired document or the required document or required informations. So feedback. So basically this diagram is explaining or illustrating the information, data and information processing activity or the steps, input, processing, and the output. These are the components of a system. In the input component, data is gathered and captured. The processing, there are various converting and transformation steps to convert the data. In the output component, we are getting useful informations which has some meaning and value. What the idea? Hello, what the idea?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next we will look at this. So what is information system? Now we know this information and we know the system. Now we are going to combine the both information and system. So when we combine this information system, we have a term information system. Okay, now tell me what is information system? What is information system? Hello. You know what is information and what is system. When we combine this both the two terms, information and system, we have a single term, information system. So as you all know, this information is the organized, systematically organized, meaningful and useful interpretation of the data. So the raw fact or the raw data is processed, organized or arranged in a systematic and meaningful way. This is called informations. And a system, we know these are some related components that work together to achieve a goal by accepting input, processing it, and producing output in the organized manner. So that is called system. So basically the information system is a related, it's a components that work together to process data and produce information to solve problem or to make decisions, to solve problem or to make decisions. Good idea.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Basically, information systems are, it includes set of components. Information system in the organization, the business organization, it includes set of components. Components such as people, procedures, and processes, and the data and informations and hardware, software, and various components. And these information systems are used to convert the raw data and process them and produce a meaningful information to solve some problem or to take managerial decisions, decisions. So they are in this information system, the components or the connected elements such as people are there, procedures are there, the data informations are there, hardware and softwares are there, and the various components are there. Okay, I can define the information system more in detail. It is a combination of hardware, software, people, and processes which are used to collect, store, process, analyze, and distribute data, information, and knowledge. So we know these hardware components and software components and networking devices and telecommunication devices, information system users, organizations, procedures are all part of the information system. So I'll come to the point. When we enter into the bank, they have systems like in the front line, the bank, in the front line, there are staffs, banking staff, and they are working with the systems. In front of them, they have a computers and they have a system. They have a computer systems. What they are doing is they are accepting deposit from the customers, and they are entering some. They are doing some what do you call this a transaction. I mean, they are entering some information into the system, and they are accepting the deposit from the customers. At the same time, the customers are withdrawing their money. So the customers are submitting some what do you call this slip with their passbook, and they are accepting this document from the customers. They are accessing some information with their system, and they are processing it, and they are getting the proper approval from the manager in the counter, and they are giving the money. So they are doing the withdrawal. And some payments like electricity payments or some, what do you call this, some utility payments, they are accepting. They are handling some check payments or check deposit or so some transactions. So all these are, we can call it information system, because there are staffs, people are there. There are staffs. Who are the people? Cashier or the counter people, counter staff, and the manager, counter in charge, the manager. These are the staff. These are the people. And they have a system, like they have a computer system, and they have a related some other case counting machines or some other verification machines, verification tools. They have a system in their desk or a table. And they have some other hardware components, like their PCs or monitors or something, hardware components, therefore power supply and networking infrastructure, everything is a hardware components. And to run these devices, they have a specific softwares, like let's say operating systems, and they may install different specific kind of system, software, application software in their machines to accept and to do the transactions. They have dedicated application software in their machines, so which can accept the customer transaction and they can perform their banking activities. They may have a dedicated separate application software, and they have a procedures. What is their procedures? The person who is assigned to accept, who's assigned to particular counter, he has to deal with the customers, like accepting withdrawals, accepting deposit and doing the withdrawals, cash transactions, utility payments, everything. So they have a procedure, and time to time there is a person who is in charge for that counter, and he is handling multiple staff, counter staff. He is the in charge. What he is doing, he is managing, monitoring, and authorizing the transaction. Time to time, you may observe that the person who is in charge in the counter table, he is giving the password. He is signing the what do you call withdrawal. He is checking the verification sign, and he is giving what do you call this. He is time to time he is allowing the staff to do the transactions. So they have a procedures. These all are the procedures, and what they are doing actually they are collecting some informations, and customer information, customer account details, customer balance, customer related transaction, everything is stored into their databases. So they are looking the customer's bank account, they are entering the bank account, their system is showing all the transaction, customer related information, customer balance, the previous transaction, outstanding, customer previous records, everything is visible. And they can process, they can add some additional transactions. If the customer wants to deposit the money, he can add the amount into this customer's account, and they can generate report for their customers, analyze. And if they want, they can distribute customer data or any other data to the managers or some other connected officers. So you see, they are collecting, they are dealing with the data, like collection of data, storing the data, processing the data, analyzing the data, and they can distribute the data. If someone is needed those data, they can distribute with the authorized permissions, and they are dealing with the informations. They have a sort of informations, and ultimately this information can be transferred as a knowledge. They may store this information into some other expert or knowledge level systems. You see, so this is called the information system. One example, particular, I can point out one example for information system in our routine banking activities. What the idea? What the idea? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So one components in the information system is hardware and software and telecommunication infrastructure facilities like network connections, Wi-Fi connections, some other connectivity devices or cabling. So these are some of the network infrastructure. So here you see hardware, software, telecommunications related devices and equipments. In addition to this hardware, software, and telecommunications, information system includes some other components like people, procedures, and some other processes. People, procedures, and some other official processes. So ultimately, information system include hardware, software, and telecommunication related equipment and devices, plus people, staff, their procedures and processes. Okay, the hardware, software, and telecommunications are establishing the IT, which is increasingly linked with business operation and management of an organizations. So what is IT? Before we discuss about this IT, here look at this figure, this diagram. There you see there are three components here. People in the information system, people to help support decision making, coordination, control, analysis, and visualization in an organization. So people may involve in the decision making process. They may coordinate, they may take decisions, they can control, they can analyze, they can visualize in the organization data. Processes collect, process, store, and disseminate information. Processes refers. Technology, hardware, software, and network that support the business process in the people. All these are three components is treated as the information system. An information system has information has all three dimensions working together. So in the previous, the components can be categorized or grouped into three categories or three dimensions. The first dimension is people, the second one is processor, Third one is technology. So basically technology refers hardware and software and other network related aspect. People refers the staff who involved in the decision making, coordination, control, analysis, and visualization of the data. Process involved the collections, the storage, the processing, and the dissemination of information. So all three components are treated as a information system. What the idea? What the idea?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now we are going to define information technology. So then what is information technology? What is information technology? Okay, information technology is the subcomponent. Information technology is the subcomponent of information system. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes or no? Do you agree with me? See, people, process, and technology. These three elements or three dimensions together function as an information system. Together form the information system. All three dimensions are forming or helping to this information system. People, process, and technology. But information technology is a subcomponent of an information system. This is refers information technology. Subcomponent of an entire information system. This is all together, these three elements, information system. But information technology is a subcomponent of an information system. Good idea.
Yes, sir.
This is information technology. Only information technology focuses the technical aspect. Technical aspect such as hardware, software, networking, related devices, its operation, its functions. That's all. Or we may say information technology focuses only the technical foundations, technical aspect or a technical foundation. It can include hardwares, softwares, operating devices, networking devices, its development, its operations, its troubleshooting comes under information technology. But information system include, in addition to this information technology, the hardware and software and other network related devices, information system include some other components like people, procedures, and processes. What the idea?
Yes, sir. We got.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So information technology include hardware, software, databases, and network, which is often used to collect, store, process, and disseminate the raw data into digitized informations. So the information technology basically include hardware, software, database, and network to collect, store, process, and disseminate the raw data into digitized informations. IT is more computer and technical oriented. Information technology is more computer and technical oriented, and it can involve the design, implementation, support, or maintenance of computer-based information system, mainly software application, computer hardware. IT is the application of computers, storage devices, networking infrastructure, and other processes to produce, analyze, store, safeguard, and sharing of processed data and meaningful information. Ultimately, information technology is a subset of information system. Good idea. As I mentioned, as I highlighted in the previous slide, information technology is the subset of an information system. There are, in addition to this information technology, there are some other components in the information system, such as people, procedures, and some other processes. Good idea.
Yes, sir.
Okay. With that, I'm going to conclude today's session, and tomorrow we have social and professional issues in IT. That is in 1:30. So we will meet tomorrow 1:30, and we will discuss about this social and professional issues in IT. So do you want to ask anything? Any clarifications?
No, sir.
Excuse me, sir.